Remember that Trainor needs to ask you, do you have to go downtown tonight? Do you have to go downtown?
You have to that.
Yeah. It can be sneaky if you forget about the Trainor cave. We've got a full house, so it's going to be. We can scoot this section of desks over a little bit.
That's all right.
Give you a
No
little breathing room.
No problem whatsoever. Someone sits here.
No, I think,
He's not here.
No. Yeah.
Mr. Trainor, do you ever
No, I never played.
I do. They'll be coming back momentarily.
I just never played.
Blake, did you see last time I was in house
What? Yeah.
my geometry all right.
Did you guys have to be in situations in English? Thornton wanted to be the head guy for our little little whole lot of them.
Forget what you call those things. I know, but there's something stopper.
Start
There was
directing
a name for
down.
it I heard once upon a time.
You know what?
Here, Dave. Go in Mr. Wagner's class. Take that back to him, will you? Down in the hallway. Thank you. Paco. Mr. Paco, how about Pablo?
Both, all set.
Sick.
All three of them.
Vicente?
Gone.
Okay.
Still Paco's vacation. He's working up mowing hours. He's having vacation time now. Mowing hours.
Okay, the quizzes are finished. I have them for you. Your quarter averages aren't quite finished, so I don't have those for you at this moment. Felipe, Antonio, Carmen, these guys belong to this nice looking pencil down there on the floor.
Christina.
Diane, Senor Culebra. Garcia. Christina. David. Pablo absent. Isabela. Conchita. Marco. Cecilia.
Oh, it was so close, lady. Oh my God. Oh man.
Vicente is not here. There's another one for Felipe. Okay, these are keepers. I don't want the back. Bueno, hace su atención, por favor. Por favor, tocan sus libros. Página número 156. ¿Cómo se dice? 156, por favor. ¿Cómo se dice en español? Checking out today's assignment. Okay, let's do some board work today. Okay? 4, they're small sentences. We can do 4 at a time. 1, Maria. 2, Adela. 3, Carmen. 4, Gracia. Okay. I think there are 4 pieces of chalk. Sí.
Which one? What number do I get?
3. The rest of you can be involved in this by, of course, you are always resident critics when it's time to figure out if you're right or wrong. See? For the most part, yes. Okay, we even got them in order. Numero 1. Whoop. Correction?
No.
You gotta listen to everything they tell you? Okay, number 1. We want to say the first. No more corrections? Time's up.
It's wrong.
The first seat. Okay? Any thumbs up? Downs? Don't knows. Who cares? It's what needs to be done with all you thumbs down. Okay. El primer asiento. What? Somebody quote me the chapter and verse rule dealing with the use of primer. Felipe.
Primero and tercero drop the final O when they come immediately before masculine singular noun.
Yeah, I didn't suspect you to read it, but anyway, before a masculine singular noun, primero and tercero will drop that O, and asiento fits that category. Number 2, we need to say the 6th month.
Wrong.
You wanted an O on it.
But it wasn't there.
What if you don't have the V one?
El sexto mes. Okay, with the addition, how does that fly? El sexto mes. Ups? Let me see them. Ups? Downs? A couple of sideways ones. Okay, yes, el sexto mes. That now fits. 3rd one, we want to say Charles V. El Carlos Cinco. Quinto. Spell it.
Isn't it four?
El Carlos Quinto instead of Cinco. Okay, that is an ordinal rather than a cardinal. Should it be capitalized? Should Charles V be capitalized? Okay. Yes, I'll agree to that. And what else? Anything? No L. Carlos Quinto. Now how is it? Everybody? Yeah, it works this way. Carlos Quinto. The second week, last one. Let's capitalize this, and Gracia did this in a hurry after Cecilia told her she didn't have it right. La segunda semana.
It's right.
Thumbs up? Yeah, la segunda semana. Now, the next four of you now have some precedent set, so you be more careful with yours. I'm ready for 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, Felipe, 8. Anybody for 8? Samuel. Okay. You guys could be contemplating whether or not who wants to do 9 and 10. Well, you've already done one. I'd rather have somebody who hasn't been yet. We got them in order again. Amazing. Number 5. Please don't do that. Number 5. The first lessons. Las primeras lecciones. Where? On the O on lecciones. Everybody agree to that? There isn't one there.
No.
Okay? If there is in the singular, you say lección with an accent mark, but when you add the extra syllable, then it becomes regular in pronunciation. If a word ends in a consonant, the next to the last syllable is the stressed one, and then we don't need the accent. So it disappears with plural. Nice try. Las primeras lecciones. Anything else? It fits, feminine. Las primeras lecciones? Right. 6. The third page. La tercera página. You don't have to drop the A. Don't we do that with first and third?
Masculine.
Only masculine. Okay, good. You're awake. La tercera página. That fits. This is 7. We want to say Alfonso the 12th. Okay? Alfonso 12. Thumbs. Most of them are up. Any downs? Tina's is. Problem? Should it be a the? El 12?
No, wrong.
Why isn't it? It says the. Okay, if you go back to the explanation page on 155, they give us a couple examples here of Alfonso VI and Alfonso XIII. They don't give us a the. Okay? They stuck a the in this one, I think, to be sneaky, to try to get you to put L in there and then cop one. Yeah, okay. We really don't need it.
Right, Peter.
The rule says you can do it without it. Alfonso 12. And the last one in this group, the 8th floor. The 8th floor. We have el octavo piso. The 8th floor. Classic. What do you think? Mostly up. Any downs? 1. What's the problem in Gracia? Did you use this one?
Yeah.
Suelo? What's the difference between a suelo and a piso? what's a suelo? That's the thing that you walk on, the floor. And a piso would be like, if you have a 14-story building, a piso is each level. Level 1, 2, each floor. Okay? Piso is the one that we need. El octavo piso. 9 and 10. 9 and 10. For anybody who hasn't had one yet. Elisa will take 9. Got one more volunteer for 10. Laura. All right. Yeah. You sure do. You put it up there, then we'll determine whether or not it's right.
I can't make out number 9.
Okay. We want to say the 19th century. All right? And we've got el siglo XIX. Anybody buy that? Thumbs up? Elisa's. Downs? Don't know. Ooh, several of those. What's the problem? How come you don't know? Is this bothering you? Did you put this?
Oh, okay. Put the siglo after.
Oh, el XIX siglo?
Right.
No, this is right. I thought this, you can write 19 both of these ways. 19 or 19. This, however, is the accepted manner for doing it. And that's the right order. Century comes first. El siglo XIX. And the last one should read the 2nd of December. El 2 de diciembre. Thumbs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 believers. Laura. How many downs? None?
I'll be rebel.
How many don't know? So, you got to vote, guys. Oh, you got more thumbs up. Okay. Now it's got one problem that I see.
Oh, yes.
It's the spelling of December. Diciembre. Minor. Okay? I got a question. Don't we capitalize the names of the months?
No.
¿Por qué?
Because they're dumb.
We do in English. Do they? They don't in Spanish. Right. Are we dealing with ordinal numerals?
Only
Why isn't it segunda? Or segundo? Only the first day in the month uses an ordinal. The rest of them use the cardinals when you're dealing with dates. Muy bien. En gracia y labra. Okay. Hay preguntas, clase. Any questions on this exercise? ¿Preguntas en este ejercicio? No? Muy bien. Okay, retrieve my book. What else is on the menu for today? Por favor, su libro. Tocan su libro. 157, variedades. Okay. Under the estudio de palabras section, where it says, ¿Qué hora es? Pregunto Juan. What time is it? Asked John. Todos preguntaron por su familia. Everybody asked about your family. Diego pide un libro. James asks for a book. Pidió una taza de café. He asked for or ordered a cup of coffee. Now we have a pair of words here. What infinitive does preguntar? I just gave you the answer. Pregunto comes from preguntar. How about the other one? Pide and pidió. What verb does that come from? Pedir. These two verbs both mean to ask or to ask for. Have you ever had that happen to you before? We've had pairs of words that mean the same. Stretch your memories. Can you think of any of the pairs?
Tokar and Fuego.
Tokar and Hugar, which mean to play. Tokar is to play what? And Hugar is to play games. Okay? Any other pairs?
Sarah and Star.
Sarah and a star. They both mean
To be.
the same thing, to be, but used in different situations. Good. I can think of 2 or 3 more pairs. Conocer and saber. Right. They both mean to know. Conocer means to know in what situation?
To just meet. To just meet.
To just meet somebody or to know, I know you. That kind of a know, right? Saber is know when you say you know information or you know how to do something. You know how to change a flat tire. Talking to Mr. X, he had that trouble this morning. One more pair I can think of that we've had. We just had Lansar and Peter are in our vocab list. They both mean to throw. But in that case, there's no difference. They're interchangeable. Lansar means to throw a ball. Tirar means to throw a ball. I don't know why there are 2 of those guys. Trunk monks. What? That's very good, Ingrassi, but those aren't verbs. But they, they are both words for floor, right? I was thinking of pasar and gastar.
Oh, me too.
What do both of those verbs mean? Senor Culebra.
You was just thinking about it, you didn't know what they
You
meant.
just know what they mean, you just thought about them. What does pasar and gastar mean? They both mean to spend. Okay? What's the difference between the 2? Which one means to spend time? Which one means to spend money?
The P one means money. The other way around then.
Pasar means to spend time, and gastar means to spend money. Okay. So there is precedent for this kind of thing happening. We've seen it before. Okay. Read along with me here, middle of page 157. Preguntar and pedir both mean to ask. Preguntar means to ask a question or to inquire about someone or something. Pedir means to ask for something or to request something. So if you start with the first one, say, what time is it? Que hora es? Pregunto Juan. Asks Juan. He's asking, he's inquiring, he's asking a question, right? But in the second example, Diego pide un libro. He asks for a book. He's not looking for the answer to a question. He's demanding something. He's ordering something. I want this. Okay? Got all that down? I'm going to test you here. These next 5 says, ¿Cómo se dice en español? How would we say these things in Spanish? He asks what time it is. Now, be careful of your verb tense. It's present tense. He asks what time it is. As soon as you got it, let me know. Elisa. Pregunta. Yeah, do y'all hear it? Pregunta que hora es. He asks what time it is. The girls always ask permission to leave. Well, let's make this a group effort. How do we say the girls? Las muchachas or las chicas, either one. Okay? Always, siempre, ask, piden, permission, permiso, to leave. Salir. Very good. Okay, you put all 20 of your minds together, you come up with the answer. Elena, lost the place. Oh, Helen asked him for his book. Notice the change in verb tense. We went from present to past. Helen asked for his book. Now, what are we going to need? We're going to need preguntar, we're going to need pedir. We're going to need pedir, we're going to need it in the preterite tense, right? Okay, Helen is Elena. Now, ask him. Pidió. What are you going to do about him? What kind of a pronoun do we need? A direct object pronoun. So direct object pronoun, third person singular, means him. Lo. Sí. Elena lo pidió for his book. Para su libro. All right, got it. 4. The students ask the teacher when they don't understand. Los alumnos. Now, which ask do we need? Preguntar. Okay. The students ask the teacher. Pregunta. Preguntan. Okay. No. Here, let's look at this one. This is an interesting one. You quote for me, I'll write. Los alumnos, we've got that.
You misspelled it.
Gracias. Would have to be on camera too, right? Preguntan, the students ask. Now, the teacher. Either one. We'll go with masculine. Okay, now, there's something missing out of this. Who's got their thinking cap on? What? We got to get an ah in here, and this will then change to ow. Now, why does that have to go there? It's the personal ah. And what's the rule determining the use of this personal ah? Anyone? What is this? What part does that play in the sentence? It's the direct object. And the rule with personal ah says, if you have a direct object that is a specific person or a specific group of people, then you must use the personal ah. That's why it's los alumnos preguntan al profesor. They ask the teacher. What's the rest of it? When they don't understand. Cuando. Ellos no comprenden. Okay? You need that? Cuando ellos no comprenden. What else? What other verb would you use there? I wouldn't have used comprender. I would have used entiende. But they're almost interchangeable. Okay. Number 5. I asked him for the money. Which asked? Pedir, right. I asked, preterite tense. Pedi, there it is. He struggled with it, but he got it. I asked him, something pedi. Good. Lo pedi para el dinero. Good. Lo pedi para el dinero. I asked him for the money. Okay. The difference between preguntar and pedir. Usually the things that we get thrown in here on the estudio de palabras are not a major test item, but absorb it nevertheless. Okay, now we're running low on time. I wanted to take a look at 158, La Minas de Potosi. Yeah, we got about 5, 10, 14, we got about 14 minutes. We can handle it. Las Minas de Potosi. Go to page 158, por favor. There's probably enough here for everybody to have a shot at a sentence. If not, we'll break some up if we don't, and give you all a chance. Back in the corner. We'll start left, work our way up, back and forth. Carmen, open up, read us that first line, please. That's not Spanish, that's Incan. Wanna Cahock. Okay, stop. I I wanted you to say Juana Capac and then stop. Okay, you bypassed it, but I'll stop you there anyway. It's a long sentence. I'll let Maria have the last half of it. Bio, start with Bio.
Yo el cielo mientras hacía viaje por su reino y admirando su grandeza y hermosura.
Stop. Okay? Laura, start with sin duda. Okay, that sentence took us 3.5 lines to get through. Let's go back and translate it. That way we'll have a good idea what we're saying. Según una tradición, repeat, Antonio. What is según? According to tradition, el más poderoso de los Incas del Perú, Huayna Capac, the most powerful of the Peruvian Incas, who his name was Huayna Capac, vio el cerro de Potosí. Vio. What does vio come from? It's the preterite tense of a verb that you know very well. Ver, which would be then translated as saw. Huayna Capac saw el cerro de Potosí, the hill of Potosí, mientras hacía un viaje por su reino. Mientras. How come it's always those little connecting words that you guys have trouble with? While. Okay, while doing what? Hacía un viaje. He was making a trip por su reino. For his king. Okay, his ruler. Y admirando su grandeza y hermosura, dijo. And admiring, that's a gerund, right? And admiring its grandness and its beauty, dijo, said. Now we're going to quote him. Sin duda hay plata dentro este cerro. Without a doubt, there's silver in this hill. It's like saying there's gold in them there hills. Right? Okay, we're back to Spanish. Chabela, open up the next line for us. Por orden.
Por orden suya, algunos
Good. Por orden suya. That might be a little tough. On his order, algunos indios llevaron sus instrumentos para excavar. Some Indians arrived with excavation instruments, which are picks and shovels. Right. Cuando. Maria, take it from cuando. Ruido. Okay, stop there. All right. Cuando comenzaban. Okay, in the imperfect tense, when they began the work, se oyó. They heard. What's a ruido? A rumble, noise. They heard a big noise. Y una voz que decía. And a voice that said, okay, what did the voice say? Adela. Okay, now, saquéis here is the vosotros form of the verb, ladies and gentlemen. That's a form that we don't use, remember? Okay, pretend like it's in the ustedes form and it said saquen. It says, do not take out the silver from this hill. But it is for other people. Okay, how do you believe this so far? not sure. This is what's called a legend, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Elisa, from Los Indios.
Los indios se quedaron para contar lo que había pasado.
Okay. The Indians did what? Se retiraron. What would you do if you heard a voice talking to you from outside, inside of a hill? I'd run the other direction, right? Okay. They retreated or ran away para contar al Inca. Contar. To tell whom? Yeah, the head Inca. Lo que había pasado. What had happened? Good, Cecilia. What had happened? Okay. Miguel, continue.
No relata la tradición de lo que esto pero las minas no se habían.
Tradition is the subject of this next verb. Tradition doesn't relate, or tradition doesn't tell, lo que contestó el Inca. Tradition doesn't tell what the Inca answered, right? But las minas no se abrieron. The mines were not opened. Okay, so they must have heeded the voice and they didn't open them. Okay, let's just finish reading in Spanish because we're going to run short, or we're going to run short of time if we go both ways. You finish reading for me in Spanish, and then I'll do a quick translation of it for you. Antonio, starting 80.
80 años más tarde, un indio descubrieron las minas de Pac.
80 years later, a native discovered the silver mines. David, from there? Okay, stop there, please. Thank you. You had a big, long one. The native, who was a shepherd, on a cold night, made a fire on the hill, and the following day realized with surprise that the earth was shining with threads of silver. And Gracia, read from there, please.
El indio llevó la casa a su padrón, quien fundó el pueblo de
The Indian carried the silver to his captain, his chief, who founded the village or the town of Potosi on that place. Cecilia, from there?
Desde entonces las minas de Potosi han producido millones de pesos en plata.
Okay. From that day, the mines of Potosi have produced millions of pounds, millions of dollars, in silver. Felipe.
Desde entonces las mines
Nope, we just read that one. Hoy día.
Hoy día se usa la expresión vale un poco para indicar una riqueza extraordinaria.
You got it. Okay. Even to today, they use the expression, it's worth a Potosi, which means, which indicates extraordinary riches. Okay. We'll answer these questions, these three questions tomorrow. We're out of time because I want to give you your assignment before you leave. It's on page 157, La Tarea para Mañana. There are 10 preguntas personales at the bottom of page 157 that you are to answer according to your own self, your own values, what have you. Number 1, for example, says, ¿Tiene usted mucha suerte? Now, what does this ask you if you have? Do you have much luck? You consider yourself to be a lucky person? Okay, if you say no, start your answer with no. If you think you're lucky, start it with yes and answer it. Now, be careful of the verb tenses. Some of them might be asked you in the preterite tense. If they are, answer them in the preterite. Okay? We'll check out your answers to those preguntas personales mañana. Okay. ¿Hay preguntas, mis amigos? ¿No? Sí, ¿qué es? Aha, another pair. Andar and caminar. We're talking about pairs of verbs. They both mean to walk. What's the difference between them? I don't think there is any. They're like tirar and lanzar. They're interchangeable as far as I know. Andar and caminar. Okay, others? Okay, we're just about at bell time, so. We will, no doubt, finish this chapter before the end of the week. So, if I were a betting man, I'd say we're probably going to have a test this Friday. I'll let you know tomorrow for sure. Okay? It's been a very short chapter, so we're ready to go with it. Have we got any of the workbook? No, we haven't. It's all going to pile up on us here real quick. Pardon me? Yes. Hasta luego. Adiós, culebra.